My name is Claudia Schneider. I'm working for SKAT. It's a consultancy based in Switzerland, and I'm a sustainable building and urban development specialist.
Okay. What does housing sustainability mean for you, particularly in respect to your organization's work?
Currently, I'm backstopping and advising a project in Kosovo. That's a resettlement project, a housing project for Roma families. And there we are looking not only into this technical, physical issues of resettlement of housing, but also the economic perspective is very important to provide a decent living for these Roma families. And apart from economic development, it's also about education, sending the children to school, and to provide them with some formal education. And otherwise, I'm also writing 2 handbooks, and one is on urban reconstruction of housing, and the other one is on environmental issues, which is done with UNEP. And there we are looking especially on the environmental, ecological issue of housing reconstruction. Apart from physical aspect, apart from physical aspect, I think housing always should take into account infrastructure. So housing has to be delivered also with providing water supply, sanitation, infrastructure, roads, and also the other things which is I really want to emphasize is maintenance. You need to maintain the houses, and you need to give a certain budget to it, and you need to clarify who is responsible for maintenance of delivered houses. Is it the owners, the residents, or is it some other agency to organize maintenance of these houses? And a last point, I really I lobby for permanent housing, not so much for transitional shelters. Okay, sometimes you need provisional shelter in some emergency conditions, but for a long-term basis, really to have sustainable housing conditions for people, you need to provide a permanent solution.
Okay. What do you think the key questions are for developing countries?
In relation to housing, of course, it's land and property, and how to formalize or legalize current informal or unlegal settlements. I think that is at the core of the problem. And the other one is how people can make an income, how they can earn money to provide education for their children, to have better access to health facilities, health systems, and so on.
Okay. What do you think the type of interventions that offer the greatest opportunities are?
Can you please repeat?
Sure. What sorts of interventions do you think offer the greatest opportunities in informal settlements and low-income housing?
Okay, yeah. Again, you need to solve the problems of land and property. So you need to clarify who is the owner, who is the tenant, and who owns the land, and who owns the property, the house. So this is a basic, very essential issue you need to clarify. And also the legal framework, institutional framework, who are the authorities, what is the capacity of authorities, and who is executing the legal framework. So you need to not only having laws and building codes, but local governments, they need to look after executing laws and regulations.
Lastly, how do you envision the role of the proposed network in advancing sustainable housing?
I think first it's a great opportunity to lobby and also to market principles of sustainable housing. That is one thing the network could provide. And apart of that, a second, I think, very essential issue is the network could provide really in-depth, qualified and proven knowledge and information on sustainable housing.
Great.